Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Color Series. This time we're going to be doing yellow. If you haven't seen the other episodes, do recommend you check those out. Anyways, the restrictions for this challenge are base boomerang, Moab mauler, and recursive cluster, hot shots, glue strike, the big one, top path super monkey, balloon master alchemist, and permaspike. Dora is our hero, as she's the only hero that's like majority yellow. I chose the map Carts and Darts because while there are yellow maps like Chutes, Cornfields, and Adora's Temple, we don't really have a whole lot of options for this challenge here, as you can kind of see. Camos is kind of be our biggest issue. We're kind of be relying on Spike Factory for pretty much like all the camos. And so Permaspike is basically a must, as well as Sun Avatars just for kind of general damage. Is it even possible on chimps? Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, let me get maybe faster rings and kind of faster throwing. Our early game, as you can see, isn't really a whole lot. Since we're going to be relying on like Super Monkey and Spike Factory, those upgrades are pretty expensive, so kind of saving up for them is going to be a bit difficult. But since we had to delay Adora a bit, since I'd want Adora like here-ish, but we'd have to like get like 500 extra to remove that first. So honestly, I feel like just kind of spamming down like, you know, base boomerangs. It's kind of our best bet here. I do need to make sure I budget enough money for 24. If I can't afford Spike Factory that round, I'm basically dead. Might as well restart. But as soon as we get Adora down, things should be going pretty swimmingly. I'm hoping that Permaspike is going to be able to tank pretty much all DDTs. Because now, well, I guess we want to take all DDTs, as since Sarvatar can't see Camo with the bottom cross path, but just other camo rounds might be a bit of a problem. Surprisingly, boomerangs are doing pretty well in this map. Only got like 2 down. This one's not even upgraded, and we're being able to solo pretty much up until like 15. I think 15 is probably be Death Run, maybe Pink Balloons that round. I think we'll have Adora down, but I mean level 1 Adora, I'm not really sure what she's gonna do against I think here is fine, and then next things next, I'll save for just kind of base Spike Factory so that way we don't die to 24. Adora can pop lead, so I'm not really too worried about that. Alright, base spec has been acquired. Now, let's see. What I want to get next, I'm not really too sure. I feel like it might be a bit early for supers, as we do have to worry about camo. But the main thing is, like, you know, this will be an unbuffed Spike Factory, which is kind of not really optimal. You know, I could get like a AMD buff on it, but I don't really think that's worth it, since I do want to have the tower kind of end with the color, so I'd have to get BMA, which I definitely don't want to do on chimps mode, especially since, you know, our options are pretty limited. I don't really want to limit it even further by just having less money than I should. So I think 102 for now is what I'll just go for. Put you on close, and then I guess maybe we can save up for Super Monkey at this point. I think glue strike is going to be pretty necessary. I'm not really sure if Big One's going to be used at all, as Big One, well, it's decent, but it's just kind of outclassed by Sun Avatar at this point. I'd rather just kind of invest the money into getting more Super Monkeys down. Thankfully, Spike Factory can just tank all camos this round. I'm assuming this is going to work for 37. I think 37 is the next camo round with camo whites. I'm assuming Spike Factory's going to be able to tank all those. As if I do believe that the camo whites, they come at the end of the round, not the beginning. So Spike Factory will have a lot of time to build up spikes that round. Right, here come the camo whites, and I think we should be fine. Not even close. So here's mobs. Next thing I'm gonna worry about. And thankfully I do have not black, so I guess I'll just save up for laser blast, eventually plasma. Also, name a worse upgrade than laser blast. I'll wait. Mob is pretty easy. Hopefully, haven't popped it yet, but Adora's ability should clean up nicely. Perfect. Thankfully, these boomerangs on here aren't going to be completely useless, as sacrificing to Adora I think is going to be pretty important. The question is, if I want to get down maybe something like a couple big ones just to sacrifice into Adora, I think that might be worth it, as I feel like 2 Sun Avatars and Glue Strike should be enough to carry. Also, let me just get this. And so I feel like it might be optimal if I try to get level 20 Adora, as I feel like if we get level 20 Adora, it's basically a GG. Not that Sun Avatars can't carry this on their own, but it might just be a little bit of an easier time if we did get that down. The only problem is I don't know if you can actually even afford, let's say, P-Spike, Fedora level 20, as well as a couple of Snivatars. But I guess we'll just play it by ear and see. We might not even need Permaspike. Well, 48 has a lot of camo purples. That's fine, as I did float some cash to spare, so let me see if just getting Deadly Spike will be enough to help. It does do extra damage, as well as the fact that it lasts longer, but I mean, we're not going to be building up spikes at a time, so it doesn't really matter too much. So let's see here. I think 2 damage should make the difference we need here. 62 I think is another round that has a lot of purples, so I don't know what we're going to do for that round. Although I think it's just regular purple, so if I use Adora's ability, we should be able to pop them pretty easily. It's really just kind of camo purples that we're going to struggle against. So 95 is another round that I can think of that has a lot of camo purples, but by then we should have no problem with those. This round's looking pretty dense here. Just use Adora's ability for that extra pierce. Deadly Spike is able to tank it pretty easily. Next round might be a bit of an issue due to pierce just being a problem. Knockback should help out a little bit, but I mean the third wave of ceramics might be a bit of an issue. I think it's wave 4, it's the densest one. Yeah. Hopefully Deadly Spike is able to tank all this. I can use Adora's ability to help out a little bit. Spike Power didn't really seem to damage. Thankfully, Snavatar number 1 has been acquired. Now, I think what I'll maybe try to do is maybe go for Glue Strike now. And then after that, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I guess we'll just hold on to the cash to see what I could do. As I honestly feel like maybe one Avatar could maybe be enough with the Glue Strike. I guess you can also showcase the new glue buffs this round, where bottom cross path now still works on mobs, even if you get Glue Strike. Thankfully this means that this guy will be a little bit better against ceramics come rounds 81 plus, as Glue Soak isn't really too useful once rounds 81 plus come. See, round 62, a lot of purples here. Thankfully, Fedora should honestly just be able to clean up here. Oh yeah, I forgot, it doesn't really last too long. I don't think if I sacrifice, it gives purple popping. No, it just gives extra XP. But wave purples is over, so honestly we should be fine. Spike Factory can take this. Round 76 is pretty dense, but thankfully Door's stability should help out here. It seems that that was a lie. Yes, round 76 is a round we're going to definitely need help with. I did have to use Glue Strike last round, which has been unfortunate. If I just kind of use everything here, that should be enough. Perfect. Did have to use Ball of Light, but I think it should be fine. The next dense round is going to be 78, which our ability should be up by then. And I could probably... Actually, probably not, as I'm kind of like a few K off of affording P-Spike, but if I could afford P-Spike, you know, just in the middle of 78 before then, I think we should be fine. And I think about it, I could always sacrifice P-Spike to afford, or not afford, to gain level 20 Adora, if I truly need to do that. The only time I think I would maybe need to do that is maybe like on round 100 or something. So this run has a lot of regress, so I'm going to use Glue Strike and Adora's ability here. Might need to use Ball of Light as well, just to kind of combat them. Still not enough. Maybe if I just use abilities earlier, I think we should be fine here. Kind of surprised now we're kind of leaking here, but I guess it makes sense as Sun Avatar's kind of knocked back. It's probably hurting in this situation. Alright, once that wears off, we'll have Doors level 3, get the extra Pierce, and use Glue Strike again to push back camos. Not camos, regros. We're still falling behind. I could spend money this round, but I kind of really want to. But man, the wave is almost over. I mean, I said I wasn't really going to get this, but this would put me closer to Fedora. So if I just get like big one here, sure, I guess it's kind of a waste of money for just to be around for like one round. But it can help out with just XP on Adora anyways. You know, why use Adora if you're not trying to get level 20? Is kind of something I think about when using Adora. And I guess this would help out against round 80 since Adora's sacrifice ability does buff Sun Avatars as well. That's something I didn't even think about. Alright, we just do some of that. Actually, let me see. What level is she? She is 12. After sacrificing, she is 14. Pretty good. And that didn't really last too long, but oh well. Hopefully that is enough. If not, I could always Glue Strike. I think I'll Glue Strike now. And I think we should have a much easier time now that round 81 plus has arrived. As Super Ceramics, I think, should be easier to take care of than regular ceramics. And since it's mainly just Moabs and not really balloons, I think that should also help out a little bit. And yeah, somehow we're still kind of leaking just random ceramics. It's definitely a Pierce issue, so Avatar is getting like Pierce kept like mad. Alright, so let's just use this a bit earlier, so that way we can maybe get up like couple times. Ball of light might be needed, hopefully not. Also, the problem is we're popping all the BFBs at once and not kind of staggering. So we're kind of getting overrun by ceramics. Definitely starting to kind of hit a bit of roadblock with this defense. Even with the abilities I'm kind of using and juggling like pretty much every round in order to survive here. FPPs might be a bit of a problem. I think I'll use ball of light. I think I'll use it like now-ish. I mean, that might have been a bit too early. I think it was actually perfect, actually. 83 long line of Moabs here. So if I just use Glue Strike, that should be easy. 43k or 44k and counting. Let's see how high we can go. Did not mean to use Ball of Light there. I wanted to use Glue Strike. So I guess I'll just use that now. Let's use Adora's level 3 for that extra pierce. 85, 2 ZMG shouldn't be too much of an issue. Dora does pretty good mob damage at this point, especially with Ball of Light, which I will end up using. All right, 86, a lot of fortified BFBs here. Just use that for fortifieds. 87 should just be the same thing as 85, shouldn't be too much different. Use Glue Strike to finish this off, and that should be that. Well, we are getting pierce capped a little bit. All right, when the ZMG comes in, I'll use Glue Strike. I think I'll use it like now. Use that. Might need to use Ball of Light maybe for the ZMGs. Just that way we can just pop them down just a little bit. Glue for the ceramics just to slow them down just a little bit. And then 89, we should have Glue Strike up, or we might not even need it. Although fortified BFBs might be a struggle. I don't want to use Ball of Light for this round as DTs are showing up next round. So ideally I'd want to save the ability for then. We are kind of struggling just a little bit though. Glue Strike is the problem here. If we only had like the ability up more often. All right, let's see here. We have it up yet again. Don't really know why I want to use it. I don't really want to use it for the mobs here. I kind of want to use it on the BFBs that are here. All right, if it's a couple ceramics, we can tank those pretty easily. I think it's only like 2 BFBs, which you should be able to beat down pretty easily. Perfect. And then 90, we're just going to use Ball of Light, and that should be the end of that. Oh, Ball of Light can't see camo if Fedora can't see camo. Interesting. I did not know Ball of Light worked like that. I was just kind of, I assumed that since it was like kind of a classified as a sub tower, I'm guessing, it would have been able to kind of see camo naturally. Learn something new even after playing this game for like 500 hours. A lot of pierce capping that's happening. 91 might have to spend some cash this round, unfortunately. I was thinking without Ball of Light, we're kind of screwed here. There's a lot of BFBs and just our pierce is being a problem here. I'm gonna play it again, but I think this is kind of a spend money this round. So I think kind of what I'll do, I'll just add in maybe one Son of Avatar. I think should be enough. I could add in a biggest one just because why not? This is a good spot. I don't know. I think maybe here honestly might have been a bit better, but who knows? I think I'll just leave it for now. Let's use Glue Strike. We're still popping it. We popped all the BFBs into mobs. That's not good. Yeah, I think maybe Son of Avatar here might have been a little bit better spot. I think kind of putting it like this far into the track was not the move. I mean, if push comes to shove, I could always get down another biggest one just to hopefully get Adora up to a little bit of a higher level, as well as buff the attack speed of all the Son Avatars here, which I might end up actually doing 2 Son Avatars. Is not enough here. I could get Permaspike, but I don't feel like it's gonna be too helpful for this round as it won't have time to build up spikes here. All right, so let's just get another one down. And I think biggest one or big one could just help out in general against ceramics. It's pretty good ceramic damage. So I'm not really sure I actually want to sacrifice big one as it'll be pretty good for just helping out against ceramics. All right, micro the mortar just a little bit. Yeah, stunning ceramics is pretty good here. So who knows? Maybe I'll keep this guy around. Just a big one and an extra Son of Avatar made a world difference. I guess just having the utility of stunning is pretty useful. 92 shouldn't really be too bad. I think there's what 4 3 ZMGs this round, which is basically just kind of 87. I mean, I guess I'm free to use Ball of Light this round since we did confirm that Ball of Light doesn't work if Adora can't see camo. Let me just stun these ceramics here. Come on. All right, 93 should be no issue. Let's use Glue Strike and finish them off. Easy. DTs are like kind of no joke, or just kind of a joke at this point. It's really just kind of ceramics that are really screwing us. Really just goes to show you just how much Son Avatars, or just kind of ceramics in general, benefit from Pierce. And so that might make around like 98 kind of really difficult here. But I think 98 pretty much requires level 20 Adora. I think I'll use this now. Yeah, we're struggling a lot against 94 here. What level's Adora? 16, okay. I don't think if I level her up now, she'll reach 20. Or sacrifice now. I'm gonna use Long Arm of Light and then just focus on stunning the ceramics. Oh, there's a long line of Moabs here. Might not be too. Come on, pop them. If we just pop them down into ceramics, we should be able to clean up easily. Although not this late, but we are pretty close though. Question is, I'm not really sure if I want to spend money as 95 is next round. And we're kind of relying on Deadly Spike to tank all camos. So let me see if I can display this just a little bit better. Alright, perfect. We popped them all. And unfortunately, we're kind of popping all the ZOMGs, which isn't really a good thing, and I can't really do anything about that. This center avatar is pretty much always going to be attacking the back of the pack. Also, I think I am kind of missing Glue Soak at this point, because while yes, bottom crosspath does do better against ceramics at this point, we are missing out on the fact that Glue Strike or Glue Storm used to glue all layers of mobs, like all the way through. So since we don't have that, we're only like doing extra damage for the topmost portion of the mobs, and not the mobs, and not actually like the innards. I think I'll get like another avatar here. I think that might just be what it comes to. We can't even afford it is the problem. So this might just be sacrificing into Adora. I think we'll just have to get level 20 Adora now. The question is, I'm not really sure I want to do that. I guess we won't be sacrificing into level 20 Adora. I don't think the biggest one at this point will get us level 20. Maybe when we pop down all of the mobs and we're just left with ZOMGs, I think that's when I'll sacrifice into 20. Or I could just do so immediately. Let's see, how far do we even get? We get 18. Okay. I could get another one down, which I think I'll do, just so that way we can hopefully get level 20. Now, when do I want to sacrifice? Or do we even need to? Because, I mean, we could save it for around 100. Although I guess it wouldn't really be too necessary, but I think I'll sacrifice now, and then I'll use Adora's abilities. That didn't actually get us to 20, surprisingly. Okay. Or maybe having just two big ones, just having like two stunning towers might just be the solution here. As I feel like we're doing a little bit better. I think two big ones might be the solution. Okay, it was. Perfect. I guess I could take the ability for kind of 99. Now, I know this round's going to be a bit annoying, so let me just do this. Okay, so we're not out of options here. I mean, I could just get down base supers, and I think that works just fine. Use that, and then I'll sacrifice maybe one of these guys. Level 17. We're kind of falling behind, I think. We're fine. All right, level 18. 96 shouldn't be too much of a worry. 97 I don't think should be too hard either. I think I'll sacrifice another super. Level 19 still. I'll use this as I think I'll come up in time for 97. How close are we to 20? Only like 13k away. All right, so 98 is definitely gonna be the most difficult round here. And so it's definitely gonna rely on level 20 Adora. The question is when do I actually want to get level 20? Or if we even need level 20, who knows? Maybe this defense is pretty cracked, but who knows? I'm gonna use that. And then I'll micro this guy. I maybe could get it now, just so we have level 20 ball light, max level, perfect. Level 20 ball light is pretty cracked. As you can see here, it's definitely like demolishing 98 at this point. And the attack speed from the super monkeys is pretty good as well. Wasn't even close. And then this round should also be no problem either. So I think that's GG. So we just sacrifice again for level 20 Adora, and that should be that. So yeah, that was that. Yellow towers only. Not too overly difficult. There were some problem rounds here and there, but overall, pretty fun. I completely forgot that I had round 101 set, so I guess I'll just beat this real quick. Alrighty. So yeah, that was that. 320 Super Monkey with 9 million, or not 9 million, 900,000 pops just about. Surprisingly, Adora didn't get the most damage there, but yeah, that was that. You know, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, join Discord. Link is down below in the description. I'll see you all in the next episode.